I really grew as a person.
It was one of the best decisions I've ever made, period.
It opened my eyes.
It was the most fun I ever had.
This is Study Abroad.
It's not hard because everyone here speaks Spanish, and it's helpful to have a homestay in which to practice. But I have tried to learn some Catalan. If I go to like a restaurant or even a supermercat, I'll go and I'll say, bon dia when I walk in, or adeo as I walk out, and just sort of embrace the culture of a bilingual city. Because I think it's actually really cool to be able to have that, and it hasn't really hampered my Spanish learning abilities at all.
You may walk around, you hear people speaking Catalan, the next thing you know they're speaking Spanish. So it makes it a little difficult, but it also is pretty easy to do. It's easy to catch up on, like, this is Catalan, this is Spanish. It's also really cool because you'll be picking up on Catalan while you're learning Spanish, so you basically learn two different languages when you're only studying one.
A lot of the things I learned growing up in my Spanish classes, some of them are different than what I'm learning here. Some of the vocabulary, some of the verbs and stuff like that is a little bit different, but I think it's cool. I think it's pretty awesome learning about how difference between Catalan and Spanish.
My roommate, she speaks fluently Spanish, and even her, she's like, oh my gosh, this is so different. I can't read some of the things. So I'm like, okay, so that means it's gonna be really hard for me. But through learning it, it hasn't been that different, because a lot of the people who speak the second language speak the first language as well. So sometimes I can say buenos dias and then I can say bon dia, and they all understand it as well.
We've got a really nice lady named Marta who works in La Boqueria, who we visit very frequently to buy our dinner, and she she loves to help us out with our Spanish, so we make sure to go back and visit her every other day.
Obviously, most people are fluent in Catalan and Spanish and a lot of English, so you really have to seek out Spanish in every situation. I mean, if you try to go to a restaurant and order in English, it'll happen fine. And if you're just trying to learn a different language off of the street signs, you'll probably learn more Catalan than Spanish. But if you assert yourself and try to initiate conversations in Spanish wherever you go, there's certainly a lot of Spanish to be learned here.